about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy. You feeling like door. Smash that like button like Hawk, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here once again. If you're new to the channel or if you're not, this is the best podcast in the multiverse. Smash that like button like Hawk. Please subscribe. Join the fam. Alright, we got some older assemblers that haven't been here in a while back on. It's always great vibes when they here. Shout out to
Jay.
And I am Sluggy. If you've seen the title, you know why you're here. This is going to be the Flash spoiler review. If you haven't seen it, I recommend not to watch the spoiler review. But if you don't care about spoiler reviews and you just want to know what happened in the movie before you go see it, then tag along for the ride. All right, I put together some pinpoints here. I want to start off with...
I saw it on bootleg and I was half asleep.
Oh, word?
Yeah, just a Flash.
It's good that you threw that out there.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I came home after seeing it, like a couple hours later, I was like, I couldn't sleep. I was like, you know what? I already just seen it in the theater, clear. I threw on the bootleg and shit.
I haven't rewatched it yet.
And when Doc came in, I had the bootleg playing. Let's start off with the opening scene. I actually thought the opening scene was really, really cool.
With the babies and whatnot?
Yeah, I thought that was really, really dope. It's the first time I think also that they, for this version of Flash in the DCEU, that they showed him being as quick as, no pun intended or pun intended, Quicksilver was in the X-Men movies.
Yo, you read my mind, brother. Like, I was just about to say that, like, respectfully, like, fuck the Quicksilver scenes. But nah, I'm not even gonna say that because the Quicksilver scene with him in the mansion, with the way he saved all of them, was still.
That's one of the best superhero scenes of all time.
Yeah, because of the music, alone with the music playing, and it was cool. It was cool beans.
Definitely.
So, but no, the Flash. The only thing I didn't like about the scene was the whole like him having to eat.
Yeah.
I feel like it made it too like playful. It took like the direness out the situation.
Definitely.
Mind you, we seen a whole bunch of babies come out the window, and it's like, no, not babies.
Which is crazy. They went for it with that scene.
Yeah.
Like they went for it.
You don't put children in danger.
Yeah,
like.
that's too dark. But
Like,
That's awesome.
no, it is awesome.
No,
That's
it
what I'm
is.
saying.
I
That's
love
the
it.
stuff
I
that you
fucking
want to
love it.
see,
Like-
but you know that they don't do it, and it was good that they went for it.
Yeah.
Nah, but it shows you that there's like that there's stakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
High stakes.
That's
Like
why I was saying
babies
like
can
the
get it
whole
too.
like the him having to eat, and then like it definitely made the situation more lighthearted. Like, all right, but with the opening scene, first of all,
Oh yeah, the opening scene where he's just running from Central City. That's where he was at, right?
Yeah.
That's
It's
his
the one
spot.
with the Justice League, right? When they're robbing the bank.
No.
no, he's talking about the opening scene of the Flash.
No, yeah, because I'm saying his city is Central City, right?
Yeah.
And in the opening first few minutes is him running from there all the way to Gotham because Bruce or Alfred actually. Well, I think it was one of them. I
The
forgot.
Justice League janitor. It was
Yeah,
Alfred.
they told him. He was like, yeah, I'm tired of being the janitor and stuff. And that.
So come
But
notice-
that whole first running scene, like seeing him, how fast he could run from one city to another, I think was very necessary. You know, you don't.
To emphasize his speed.
We didn't get too many fast scenes for the Flash, which is crazy. Like, yeah, they gave him scenes, but they didn't give him like in prior movies. That's like mind blowing. He was like,
I
yo.
think
There was that
Before-
one time in the
Snyder's cut.
No, yeah, they had a few scenes here and there,
When
but
he caught all the debris
Yeah,
that was falling.
but
That
it's-
was like.
it-
and
it's
there
just-
was one with Superman.
yeah, when he's fighting Superman, I think that was probably my favorite scene with him before this movie. But I'll get into what's my
Yeah, that was epic.
But the
I ain't gonna
opening
lie.
scene was definitely dope. Him being assisted by I think Alfred and stuff. I think that was mad cool.
No, that's what I was gonna say about the opening scene. Like, besides the Flash, first of all, fuck Ben Affleck for that, because that first opening scene of him on the bridge showed us.
We're not there yet. We could get there right now.
All right, cool, cause like, fuck Ben Affleck, bro.
No,
for
yeah,
real.
but I wanted. I think it was cool how he was utilizing his environment in the air on the side of the building
yeah,
to get the babies out of danger, like throwing the sink that way, to
Yeah.
catch the acid, putting the bomb so it could hit the well, not the bomb, it was the tank shit.
yeah.
So it could hit out the way all of the knives that was about to hit the baby,
And
putting
I-
the baby in the microwave.
I like
so the
how.
fire won't hit it.
No, I was just about that. Wow, that's what I was just about to say. I like how they help explain why he put the baby in the microwave later on in the movie when he was talking to the other Flash and he told him like, yo, people who can't move as fast as us, so you gotta like inch them a little bit. So I feel like him putting the baby in the microwave was the reason why he was able to take that speed.
Yeah, I see what you mean. What I didn't like about that microwave scene though was right afterwards when he comes down, he saves everybody on the ground, and it's real time now, and the microwave goes ding. Is it on or not? They just don't go ding for no reason.
They do.
If you put a timer on it, and if it's one of the old school ones with the knob,
that's what I was just about to say.
But he never did that.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
But he's so fast, you didn't see him do that.
Well, no, they did indicate the microwave was on though, because he took the burrito out the microwave before he put the baby in
so
it.
you microwaved the baby for a few minutes?
No.
A few
What I'm trying to say is at that
Yeah,
point,
but that's like-
the microwave was no longer plugged into the wall, so the microwave wasn't on. It wasn't hot.
So it going thing is, I don't know. It just kind of was like, y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all did it for like, oh, the baby's done. Save the baby.
Yeah.
So that was that. But
I like how the nurse was like still freaked out. Like he's like,
even when he saved the other chick from the sinkhole, he's like, "Hey, thank you, Flash, for saving me from the sinkhole." Like whatever, like because she just ran off. She didn't say nothing to him. Like, I thought that was cool. All right, so y'all had any problems with the first scene? Or y'all feel like, nah, that was actually a dope ass introduction? I thought it was.
I think it was dope. My only issue from it was that they like I said, the whole him eating during the shit like made it too like lightheartedness. It took away from the seriousness of the situation.
The only thing that I just really didn't like overall is kind of like the visual effects, which just, yeah.
We're gonna get to that after this section. So now let's move in. I got it like kind of in order, so we're gonna be all over the place.
Okay.
Ben Affleck's Batman.
Fuck Ben Affleck because he didn't want to be Batman, and that's why he scrapped that movie.
And we got the Batman. Literally, that's why we.
Which
got
I wasn't upset at because I liked the Batman, but that opening scene showed us what
Like
we
the
would have
Matt
got.
Reeves one?
Yeah, the Matt Reeves one. That was sort of that installment was already in place. Like they already had it in motion, and it was like it was supposed to be him Ben Affleck's Batman versus Deathstroke. That's why they set that up at the end of the Snyder Cut, I believe.
That would have been so
And-
fire.
Yo, I don't know why
He
y'all
stepped
think
away.
that would have been a good movie.
He stepped away. I'm not gonna lie, I'm with this. I think seeing that scene on the bridge, him on the bike, coming out the bike with the dark music, and then when the fire blew up on the scene, when they blew up the bike actually, when he crashed into the truck or whatever, and then he just comes out of the fire.
Feel me with the shit dragging him.
Yeah, like flying through the air.
Oh
you know,
my
I thought
God, brother,
that right
like-
there, when they literally said that, I said two things to myself in the theater. I said, damn. No, I said not before then. I said, wow, he's actually the GOAT Batman. That's what I said, right?
Yeah.
And then in two, I said, damn, we was robbed from a solo Batman movie. That's what I was saying.
Between that and the end of the Snyder's Cut, when they was on the bridge, him, Joker, Mira, and all of them.
Yeah, crazy.
Like, you mix those two scenes, like that movie would have been fucking awesome,
I
bro.
think he gave up on the role too quick. He was starting to learn how to play the role better with each appearance, and I think he probably notices that now, but it's too late.
I think what he noticed was like, yo, all these movies are flops, and I don't like. He already knew how they was running the ship, and he's just like,
I'm not gonna be here when the ship goes down.
Yeah. I don't want
And
this
I didn't-
negativity
Now
attached
he's gonna
to me.
regret it now that the ship got a new captain. My son James Gunn is on.
Yeah, but I
DC's
mean,
about to start doing their
what
thing.
could he?
You know, you
what-
couldn't predict that.
Yeah.
But you didn't like that scene at all, though, with them.
It was a good
Batman?
scene. Nah, I mean, it shows like potential of like what Ben Affleck, a Ben Affleck movie could have been in the right hands. That's just
Yeah.
That's what I got. That's what I was trying to say.
That's the expectation, but the reality is we wasn't
We're
gonna
gonna get the right one.
1,000% we wasn't gonna get that.
Yeah, because it's hard to get a right director for the right IP or the right script. You feel me? Like you can have a dope script, or the dope IP, but the director is really the one that brings it to life in certain ways.
Because Affleck was supposed to act, direct,
Yeah,
write,
you're right. He was gonna write all that on that movie. So
and then I guess they didn't let him do it, or he didn't want to do it. I don't really know.
I
And
think that's what Ben Affleck's Batman has brought to the role of Batman so far. They made by far, like I think it's safe to say that Ben
they have the
Affleck-
blue,
yeah, like gray blue suit on.
Yeah, that was the first time we saw gray blue suit.
Yeah, live action. Yeah, being used.
But I think it's safe to say that Ben Affleck's Batman what his Batman has brought to the whole role of Batman in movies is the whole unrealistic part about it. Because let's be real, Ben Affleck's Batman, the whole Save Martha scene when he went to go save Superman, he was doing some pretty juiced shit. Like, my son was throwing whole crates at people and shit like that. And it looked dope. Like, to see Batman move that way.
Because, you know, it's crazy because he was actually, that iteration of Batman was basically designed after The Dark Knight.
Yeah, he was seasoned.
No, I'm saying, but the Dark Knight cartoon.
Yeah.
Movie. Like, I never seen
More
those. I seen the
violent,
Batman,
more-
Ben Affleck.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, I
Frank
didn't know
Miller
about it. So
Batman.
I seen Ben Affleck's first or whatever, and then when I went and seen those movies.
The year one.
Yeah, I was like, no, it wasn't year one.
Well, Frank
But
Miller's
I
Batman.
feel you,
Yeah.
No, but I'm talking about the Dark Knight 1 and Part 1 and 2, which is considered to most Batman fans like in the top 5 of animation
With
Batman
the
movies.
white suit, Joker.
Was it that? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
we had
You
the
should-
white
Yeah.
suit, and then he threw
When
the
he-
thing in his eye.
Yeah, but he was fighting the mutants and shit.
yeah.
And I realized like, oh, that's Ben Affleck's Batman then. That's why he's so big.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why he got, even the suit looks the same. The emblem kind of
The
looks
ears
similar.
are shorter.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, this is who that is. Even though Bale's movie's The Dark Knight, he's not the Dark Knight.
He's not. Bale is not anybody's. Like, there's no Batman.
Yeah, he was just-
that
and
you
I guess
can-
that's
he was
why
just
I-
his own.
I guess that's why I like him least, because he was a version of Batman that I never knew or seen, and I'm a huge Batman stan. You feel me? So this is like I didn't like his suit, and that was a big part of me not
Yeah,
kind of
Bale's
liking
suit
him.
was,
But I give him his flowers. He was a good Bruce and a good Batman. It was just that.
That was hilarious in the Flash movie too when my son see how Bale said I want to move my neck and then Flash he went like that and the mask didn't move.
Yo, he bodied that because nigga ended up ripping it off. He's like, yo, fuck this.
Yeah, like
All right, so to move on from Ben Affleck, the CGI, right? You tackle this first since you.
It looked. I'm not gonna say it looked bad, but
it looked unfinished.
Yeah, it definitely looked like
unfinished.
it could have been better. It's like when you see Avatar and then you see
Yeah.
that.
And then it's crazy because the director came out and he must have been reading comments because he's like, oh, if y'all think the CGI looks bad, it's because it was
We intended it. Like, get the
it was
fuck
supposed to
out
be
of
from
here.
Flash's
Get
perspective,
the
so it looks
fuck out of
distorted.
here. Get the fuck
It's a good
outta here.
excuse, but it's a
Get the fuck.
it's kind of you playing both sides of that coin because you're aware that means.
I mean,
And if you can fix that, you would. There's no point of doing something on purpose bad looking.
for me personally, I can't. The reason why I can't really comment is because like I'm not a CGI guy. The bare minimum is fine to me. Like, you feel me? I don't need super realistic CGI. Like, don't get me wrong. When it's done, yes, it's better. Like, of
Yeah.
course, I watched the Avatar and I'm gonna say, oh, this is better. But the fact that the Flash wasn't that good is like it wasn't trash.
It
Like,
didn't mess up anything for the movie.
no, it didn't.
Not yet. It didn't for me
It
neither.
didn't take away nothing.
It didn't
from
mess up anything for me neither, but I noticed it.
No, yeah, it's weird. I think once he enters the Speed Force or Rip, and they start showing the other people in each layer of the circles, you're like, this looks strange. Like it throws, it literally takes your mind straight to that at first. Like, this
Like
is
when they
not
start
good.
showing like the cameos and shit.
like the ending.
You know, when the hole gets ripped and then you see
when
Oh,
Nicolas
right.
Cage
Yeah.
and-
yeah.
Christopher
That's when
Reeves.
I'm just like,
Yeah, that's when the CGI really bothered you.
yeah, that's when I'm
I
like,
see
yo,
what
this
you
is
mean.
pretty fucking
Yeah,
bad.
but overall, I think like the CGI on Flash himself, and like and Kara and shit like that, and Zod, I think all of that was really dope. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't bad. Like you can tell they spent the extra bucks on that or the extra time on that.
Visually, I like the fact that they did that they showed us a lot of things we never got to see before live action. Like, you feel me? Like
Like-
when Flash vibrates through the wall and they zoom in on the molecules.
Yeah.
Like you see the molecules. Like
As a science guy, I love that part
you
too. I was
feel me?
alright,
Like that shit
this
is
what
cool
we
as
need.
fuck.
Show
Like
us why he's the Flash and he could do certain things that no one else can.
you feel me? Very few people know Flash could even do that, and the ones who do is like we're not scientists, so. We all chalking that up to Speed Force shit. You feel me? Like, yeah, he can do that because he's fast, I guess. But like, seeing the molecules
Like bro
pass through each other
science?
and shit, that
Like
shit.
bro science,
What do you mean, bro?
like bro science, like
oh
yeah.
yeah. Because I'm a science nerd. You feel me? So anything with that they can show a little bit extra, like like the average viewer coming to see this or the casual superhero fan, it doesn't care about science. They're here for the superhero.
Yeah.
But for me, as a science kid, I always love to see when they go the extra mile to make stuff make sense.
That shit always boosted something. Like, we all know this is fiction. We all know this could never be real. But if you can do a good job explaining if this was real, this is how it would be done.
I think that's why so many people loved Interstellar.
Feel me? Like, that's top tier shit. Like,
I hear scientists, like on podcasts sometimes when they make appearances, talk about, they bring up Interstellar as a fucking reference or example.
Yeah,
They be
no,
like,
no.
yeah, like they got it right. They got most of it right. And I'm like,
they did first of all, they did the best like adaptation of string theory I can ever like.
you know, yeah, and fourth and other dimensions, fourth dimension, Tesseract, the black hole,
Yeah.
all of that. That's stuff that you never really see done well. Period. Ever. Like, nigga, scientists used that for ways to find other things, but
I feel like the movies like Interstellar and shit like that, that's the way of putting like OD complicated science in layman's terms. You feel me? For that person to understand.
Thank you. How true it is. All right, so let's move on. We got a couple pinpoints to talk about here. The second Flash, younger Barry.
He stole the show.
You think he stole the show for you?
He stole the show.
Since they removed Barry #1's powers and he had ended up getting the powers, it kind of felt more like. No, I'm not gonna say his movie because the story is clearly done. Doesn't let you forget it's about Flash #1.
Yeah.
But as far as action scenes, just viewing what's in front of you, it was like it was his movie.
Yeah.
And that was kind of one of the only problems I had, that they took away Flash's powers in the movie. I really didn't like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, I hate when y'all. It's the whole. And it's funny, Iron Man 3 is my favorite Iron Man, even though I know it's not the best. It's probably the weakest one, but it's my favorite one. And him not being in the suit kind of.
It took from the movie.
Yeah, it does. So that's what I mean with the whole Flash in the two.
I didn't have a problem with that.
You didn't have a Flash
I thought like the characters were fine, but my problem with it was more of a movie about Flash than a Flashpoint movie, if that makes any sense.
No,
No,
yeah, it wasn't.
yeah, no, it 100%
I
was.
think a lot of people that I see like criticize it online have a problem with it not being the Flashpoint paradox. But if you take that part away without the expectations, like don't expect it to be a paradox movie, it's a Flash movie. Like you said, it's just a Flash
I don't know. It just
movie,
said
bro.
Flashpoint, so like for me, like
Yeah, because
When-
that's the name of it. You're right, and I
when
forget
I,
that's the name.
when
of it.
I when when I was watching it like a little bit, like when I was like half asleep, it was like at 9-10 a.m. Well, I think it was way before that, but I was expecting to see Flashpoint shit. I was expecting to see Thomas Wayne. I was expecting to see
They gave us some
Reverse
Flashpoint
Flash.
shit though.
Like I was expecting to see. They gave us some, but that's the problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's either go all
and I
in
think
or-
that's kind of like from here on out, superhero movies or the executives or whoever's the higher ups got to do a better job at naming these movies.
Yeah.
Because that's the same thing that happened with Multiverse of Madness. To me, it's like a top 7, top 8 MCU movie, right? But
They barely utilize the
people,
multiverses.
most people that complain about it is not a lot of multiverse stuff.
They could have just called it The Flash, and I would have been okay with that. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So
You
that's
call
what
it
I mean,
Flash
yeah.
using some elements
Yeah,
of Flashpoint.
exactly.
Like I feel like the most like when I got excited was when I saw like Jay Garrick.
With the old school Flash
Yeah,
helmet
like
and shit,
like
that
that's
was dope.
Flashpoint shit.
Yeah. See, so they could have named it something like Flash Time Lapse. And that would have been like better than calling it Flashpoint
Yeah.
though, because it would have made people be like, all right, there's got to be something with time travel. And then it makes you appreciate the time travel more.
Yeah,
rather than
because-
looking for stuff like that.
Yeah, because when I was seeing like Nicolas Cage and the black and white
Oh yeah,
the black and white Superman.
Yes.
Like
First of all, they showed Adam West.
yeah,
Let's talk about that, Bob. Wait,
yeah.
first, all right, we gotta talk.
We gotta play the clip. Play the clip.
I wanted to It's funny because I got that later on, but since we just stumbled upon it now, let's just talk about the cameos now. Me and him did a segment where we was doing percentages, and we'll pop it up on the screen, and we'll bring it. We was only talking about Batman actors because since Keaton was gonna be in it, so we was like, who's gonna be in it out of the other Batmen? So we'll pop them up on the screen, and then he'll give his percentage, I'll give my percentage. And I remember telling him like, yo, I heard they was gonna use this guy's, I didn't know the word for him. He's like, what, their likeness? I'm like, exactly, Adam West's likeness. I heard they're gonna use his face and stuff.
I was like, why
He's
would they
like,
do that?
No way.
Why
There's
would
no
they
way
do
it's gonna
that?
happen. I'm
Why
like,
would they,
I
like-
think about it. There's a chance they might, because if they doing all this extra stuff, and it's funny, as soon as I seen it, I thought of you. I'm like, yo, me and JJ gotta have a convo about this, because we literally went through a list of people that could be in it as far as Batman.
That was I would say like that was one of the most like craziest. Like the Superman, I wasn't surprised at that. Like
Christopher Reeves?
yeah, Christopher Reeves.
Nicolas Cage
I
had me.
wasn't-
What?
Nicolas Cage, I think, was the best.
I wasn't
cameo for
surprised
the
at that
movie.
either.
I was surprised that they went through with it, but I wasn't surprised. I kind of felt like if y'all gonna do this type of stuff, he would be one that's gonna be in it. And the fans kept bringing it up, like in forums and stuff. So I'm like, all right. One person that I was mad wrong about, obviously, is actually the thumbnail for that video. Clooney. I said 0%. You said 15%.
Oh, get that nigga out of here.
Are you serious?
You was right.
He's in it.
No, I know.
You was wrong. I was right. Yeah.
You gave him like at least a 15%, and I was like 0. There's no way they bring him. He did so bad they would never. bring
And
him.
nah, I thought that there was like there was like a 15% like.
No, yeah, you bodied that. We was both on point with the whole Val Kilmer not being in it.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, he's not camera. He's not camera
Yeah,
ready.
he's not camera ready.
They could have reached out to him. He probably would have
Nah,
said
they
no.
could have they could have did some shit, some Top Gun shit with him.
Yeah,
Like CGI.
Yeah,
that
like,
is true.
but I don't.
He probably wouldn't have been with it.
But George Clooney is the Val Kilmer.
yeah,
They're
it's a
the same.
continuation,
They're
yeah.
the same person.
And it's funny because we spoke about that in that episode how, all right, Batman Forever and Batman and Robin are part 3s and 4s to Keaton's Batmans.
Yeah.
But also it gives you that feel where they're kind of variants. It's like a branch off from that universe that it's technically not the Tim Burton universe.
Yeah.
You know? And
It's,
I think
Joel
that's
Schumacher.
exactly, if people didn't notice that now, I don't know if I'm right about this, but this is just what I feel. Keaton's Batman in this movie isn't the Tim Burton's universe Batman Keaton. He's a branch off.
Of Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah, I don't think that the Flash went into Tim Burton's universe in the future. No, it's just because, like he said, how it works. It affects the past and the future. It's not just wherever you go into, it affects the future from there.
I
that
don't know.
timeline. I think it created a whole different new timeline, or a timeline that probably already existed, but I think more so probably affected one. And it was just like, all right, yes, this is a branch off of now. You fucked up the Tim Burton's universe, so they branched off, and now the passes of that would have changed. But not that saying that it is Tim Burton's universe. I think it's still, if there's one line going up and it's Tim Burton, it did this.
Yeah.
And it also changed the past, because like they said in the movie.
I don't know though, because like, if you really look at the movie, the whole Wayne Manor was the same.
No, of course, because
Like-
you altered that version of that
Yeah.
timeline. That's what I feel. Like you altered that version of
He's
that
not.
timeline.
That's not Burton. That's not Tim Burton's Batman. That's like another.
It's a variant from the Tim Burton's Batman. That's what I'm trying to say.
So they just took
All the
Wayne
elements of
Manor
it.
from Tim Burton's world and put it in a whole
Yeah,
other world.
but not everything.
Because he
For me-
altered everything.
Yeah, he altered everything, so it was like, boom, you got stuff with this now.
bits and pieces of
Yeah,
Because the Zod we see is not the same Zod from Man of Steel.
Exactly. It's not like you went straight back to
He came at
2013
different.
and
He
still
came at different time.
he made
came
a
at
separate
back
timeline,
altered, yeah.
and it's altered now, and then
Because it's like okay, like the way I put it is like this line, right, is Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Right? Flash fucked it up. So now is the Flashpoint one.
but it changes the past also, so it goes this way.
Yeah, and then it's
And that's what I
going
was
this
just
way.
It's crazy because we over here like
It's like a tree.
and kind of
Exactly.
explained all of it with the spaghetti.
He did.
Sometimes they overlap. Sometimes
That's what
they,
that's the
you know what I
example
mean?
I'm
Like,
using, like, and he's using. So it's like,
Yeah, no.
it altered that timeline, Burton's timeline, but made a new branch of what that timeline turned into or could have been, or whatever the case may be. And the mixing Zod in there, and then Kara and shit.
But the thing is, like, I just wish that fucking the Flash got to go into those worlds. Like, he got to go into
Interact.
Nicolas Cage's Superman world. And like, oh shit.
How did y'all feel seeing that scene unravel though, and seeing all of when it was actually at its pinnacle, and y'all seeing, oh shit, that's this nigga, that's Nicolas Cage, that's this nigga, or Adam West, or that's old
If I'm not
Reeves.
mistaken, Nicolas Cage's Superman was supposed to be Tim Burton, right?
Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Burton. That was
I
supposed to
see, I
be
didn't
Tim
know that.
Burton.
Yeah,
Superman.
that's
Oh, I
supposed to
didn't
be
even
Tim
know
Burton.
that. So that's fire. That like, what I'm asking, like, did y'all get excited though?
I only
by
got
that?
super
excited
excited.
for Adam West. Cause
Yeah?
I was like
No, the reason why I got excited for Nicolas Cage Atlantically was because, like, all right, when we see multiverse movies, they show us variations of different characters.
People that actually filmed that before.
Yeah, you feel me? Shit that was already made. This is something that we never got to see.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was like to see that on, like, that was cool. as
I've
shit,
read
like-
that somebody he wasn't saying this was fact. They were saying like the spider he's fighting at the end, because a lot of people had a problem with that. that the tech that's on it and stuff, that was basically referencing this is Brainiac because he was supposed to fight Brainiac in his movie. And I was like, all right, if that's what they did, then it's
What's the problem?
yeah, it's cool, I guess. But
Like what? would
I
be the-
just
see
wish we could have got, you know, like Adam West Batman CGI with Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck just chopping it up real quick, like a scene, something like
a Spider-Man.
like something
Quick
where
little
they
scene like that, like
exactly like something like where they're all interacting, and like I think that was like the biggest issue with it, because if you're gonna do a multiverse, go all out. Bring Christian Bale. Bring Adam West.
leave
Batman.
no one off the table if y'all gonna bring half them.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like have Christian
freaking
Bale.
Robert Pattinson. Fuck that. Like,
no, that would have
that would
yeah,
have fucked
Brand-
the
that would have
game
did
up.
something for them because he's new and he's the one now.
But that's what I'm saying. Like have Batfleck.
Robert Pattinson pulling up in the car instead of Clooney at the end.
Yeah, but
Anything like that.
But like what I wanted to see, what I thought I was gonna see, I thought I was gonna see like the multiverses like shifting, where you would see Ben Affleck and Adam West.
Together, they'd be like, oh shit.
Like
fusion,
and then they like fighting together, and then you just see like pow, boom, bam, and then you see like that's what I thought I was, you know, but none of that happened. You just see like a glimpse.
their worlds.
And then I thought we was gonna see Christopher Reeve's Supergirl with Kara's Supergirl flying together, fighting Zod, and then she might have like blinked out because like the whole timeline or whatever is fucking up.
That would have been dope if they did that like that too. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the movie, shit is going extra haywire. So
haywire.
while Kara snuffing her, she's becoming different Supergirls.
Yeah,
as snuffing
exactly.
her.
Yeah.
Like that would have been epic, bro.
Even becoming Henry Cavill, like you know,
Feel me?
yeah.
Like my son Michael Keaton jumping out the plane, and as he's falling, he's going from Bale to fucking
Adam West.
You feel me? Like a whole bunch of different.
Pull out the
Batmans, like-
shark repellent on somebody.
So we
like
could touch on the rest of these pinpoints that I wrote down, right? We only got probably like 8 minutes left on this. We on the topic of Supergirl. How did y'all like Supergirl?
I thought she was good.
Honestly, she was my favorite. Like she stole the show for me, and I didn't expect it to. Just in the way that she was fighting, like it was what people want from Superman in ways, and they did it in her iteration. Like she
The
wasn't caring
ruthlessness
about
of
killing
it.
people, like or killing the villain, like. But the irony is that is her not thinking straight, so it became an absolute point, what they call it, a canon event.
Yeah.
And it had to happen. She would die because she didn't think the way Superman thought. Like I can't be who I could be, you know.
No.
So I thought that was cool too.
I thought she was one of the more accurate, like,
Yeah.
to the comics.
That's dope.
Because that's what, you know, people online, they talk, oh, she doesn't even look anything like Supergirl. That's Earth 3. Like, that's Earth 3. I think it's Earth 3. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Earth 3. That's Earth 3 Supergirl.
And most people aren't even aware of Earth 3 because they know there's Earth 1 and Earth 2.
Earth 1, Earth
That's
2,
what most
there's,
people,
there's
like,
52
know, yeah.
Earths.
The blonde hair, blue eye, the blonde.
They only
hair,
know
blue
they
eye
only know the
Supergirl.
blonde hair, blue eye.
Yeah, exactly. So I thought she was really, really dope.
No, what I liked about her honestly was that her mentality, like when Flash was trying to tell her, like, yo, you need to help us to save my planet, bro.
No, yeah.
I'm a Kryptonian. Y'all niggas locked me up. Like, I'm not jacking y'all. Fuck out of here. Like,
And you had pointed out when we was on the phone that day after you seen it, that they took that also from the Flashpoint, right? Or with Superman being in the red room and all that. And all that. That was in Flashpoint, Paradox?
Yeah, it was Superman, but he was all weak and shit, and he was like a skeleton and all that shit. I mean, they made it a little better because when she got into the sun, her bone, like you see her
the
skin
like the meat
go
coming
up,
on, yeah, like she gained weight.
In the Flashpoint Paradox, my son stood a crackhead.
Yeah,
Like, my son was he just got his powers back, but he was still a crackhead. Like,
How do y'all feel about General Zod?
I thought he killed it. I thought he was good.
bro,
He was good.
is it me or they made him like? I guess because there wasn't like a Superman there to like fight
a little
him.
more crazier.
He was unbeatable. Like, this
yeah.
nigga was.
But I think that
wildin'.
played into the story, like that there's no one there to
Yeah.
actually do that, and she
We
hadn't
needed
had
it.
enough time being Supergirl to know how to deal with this type of threats. But I thought General Zod, the actor came in and he nailed it. You would have thought they filmed that in 2013.
Yeah.
Like you would have thought nothing. happened.
But he's a good actor, though.
Yeah, he is. Everything he does, he shifts to that role.
Well, I know this might be a little nitpicking, but like, what the fuck are those swords on his suit made out of? Because last time I checked, metal don't pierce these niggas.
Yeah.
And you're stabbing
But
this bitch like butter.
Kryptonian metal is
I get
different.
it. But no, look,
You would think a Kryptonian metal can kill Kryptonian.
nah. This is why I go. This is
I'm
why
pretty sure. Like they're like
you gotta look at it this way, bro. Respectfully, their metal was made on their planet, right? Krypton. The reason why Kryptonians are beastier is because they don't have a yellow sun. It's our sun that gives them their powers. So,
But that has nothing to do with the metal. Has nothing to do with the strength he has.
but that's what I'm trying to say. They didn't know about them having that strength when that metal was created. They didn't know that Kryptonians are super strong under the sun, under the yellow sun.
Humans, or you mean themselves?
Kryptonians.
Oh yeah, because their sun is just their sun.
We have never been to a yellow sun planet. Superman was the first
what
one.
I'm trying to say is the metal can still pierce
Why?
their
Because it was
tribe,
made
you
on
feel
their
me?
planet.
Exactly. It's like Thanos with Uru. metal
Okay,
or
so
some shit.
let's say a human goes to another planet tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on that planet they have a red sun, and it's the opposite effect. Like the red sun gives us Superman powers.
Mm-hmm.
Why would our metal pierce us?
But he's not using our metal. He's using
No,
their
I'm saying
metal
no.
on one of their
In this
own.
scenario, like why would steel pierce us if we made
Because-
it while we was regular? Like you feel me? We didn't have there was nothing special about our metal. Like you feel me? Like
because it's made on
On
our
their,
planet.
that's what I'm trying to say.
It's
If
made on
you stab
our
another
planet.
human with it, it's different.
But that's what I'm trying to say. The things that was made on their planet, the only difference between their planet and ours was that their planet was more high tech. They was more advanced than us.
So metal.
But we
minerals
don't know
is-
the kind of minerals and all that other
Yeah,
shit.
That's what I'm trying
like,
to say. I just
like,
take it as that. Like it's their minerals. Of course, it'll stab one of their own with ease.
I don't know. I like me personally. I think that takes away from the whole.
Because
Super
if it's like
factor.
that, then everybody on their planet would be. It wouldn't be able to penetrate any of them on their planet.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
But nigga, then anyone could rule the world. Any nation could rule the world on their planet because as long as we got this vibranium, nobody could beat this.
no, but that's what I'm trying to say.
It's not
though.
vibranium on their world. It's
exactly.
regular metal
We're
on their
not
world.
on their world no more.
And she's
We're
but
beastie
it don't-
here.
But bro, it don't improve the sun of our world. Doesn't improve their minerals. It improves their muscles.
Is improving us past our minerals. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, honestly, period, bro. I believe, me personally, the only thing that should make Kryptonians bleed under a yellow sun is kryptonite. There shouldn't be no metals, no weapons. Like, you know how niggas have that debate when, like, let's say if Wolverine was a fight
But
Superman.
that's the perfect
No,
example. If
Wolverine's claws
kryptonite-
is not piercing Superman.
But that's the perfect.
Black Panther's vibranium's not cutting Superman. You feel me? Nothing's cutting Superman but kryptonite in my eyes. You feel
Yeah,
me?
but
Like,
that goes to our point. If
or another Kryptonian.
If
I
kryptonite-
snuff you, I'm gonna split your
But
shit.
he is
because
another Kryptonian. So with his strength stabbing her, mind you, she was locked away. She didn't get to get as strong as Superman got because he spent decades growing up under our sun. She was locked away with the opposite, the red light. So she wasn't, her skin, I'm pretty sure, wasn't as strong as Superman's skin. in our
Okay,
world.
I'll give you
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
I'll give
And
you
she's
that.
getting
and the
punched.
longer he stays in the sun, the more powerful he gets. 'cause
Yeah, and
he's
think about it.
absorbing
He's
that.
been.
it would have been
fucking-
cool if he would just put his hand through her.
Bro, he's been
respectfully.
flying around space for decades.
Like,
You heard? He's been flying around space for decades, coming across all types of suns. So he's been grown to as strong as he could be. Not saying as strong as Superman, because Superman was just fucking bathing under our sun, which is perfect for them. But this nigga got to at least hit a peak that she never even got to even hit. So maybe her skin was a little weaker. That's the only thing I'm writing it off to.
Huh?
That's the only thing I'm gonna write it off to.
No, yeah, no, that's where I could agree with you on. Like maybe it's
Um,
because she was a little weaker than Superman.
All right,
Actually
we'll touch on these last three things, and then we'll end this segment. The Dark Flash. How do you guys feel about the Dark Flash?
That was my son Savitar from the show.
I don't know.
The like in the show, first of all, that's one of the things I don't like about the show. Like every season he's fighting another speedster, and they explained like that Flash. Well, I don't know. I'm assuming. This is me.
It just made me
piecing
wish
pieces
they
together.
use Reverse Flash.
Yes, that's what I felt. Why don't you just go reverse flash?
I
Everybody-
don't.
I have
I
people
don't
ask me in that
understand
order,
the
like, yo,
fucking
is that
logic.
reverse flash in the movie? I'm like,
Because
it's not, it's Dark Flash. I don't want to
that's,
spoil it, but yeah.
but that's why I brought up Savitar, because Savitar's a character from the show that is Barry. Like you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Reverse Flash was never Barry.
So they
Allen.
basically used that.
Yeah, they used that concept.
So did you like him?
Huh?
I feel like
No.
we didn't get enough time with him.
No.
And it's predictable. You see it coming. Like, oh, this nigga's gonna
At
be
the very
Reverse
least,
Flash.
I didn't like his
Flash
look.
number 2 is gonna be Dark Flash. That's how it's predictable.
Yeah, but I didn't like his look. Like, you feel me?
His
Like,
look was a little bit too over the edge. They could have did a better design on it. Like they went with the whole every time he went and got stabbed or something that just stuck on him and then it got dark because of dark matter or dark energy or whatever. It was dumb, right?
It was.
And I think they didn't give us enough time with him neither. So like it don't get you enough time to see him do something cool.
No, I think
He didn't do nothing cool.
I'm fine
No, the
with
coolest part
time that
was
they
when
gave
in the
him.
beginning.
No, I'm saying at the end, the last scene when my son Barry was telling the young one.
As soon as he ran off, this
Like,
nigga came in.
as soon as he ran off, the other one came in. I was like,
punched
oh,
him, yeah.
that's fire.
And the fact that he
was
said,
fire.
I thought it was cool that he said, yeah, I created,
I pushed you out.
yeah, I pushed you out that timeline so I could make myself.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was dope. But besides that, they didn't give us enough time to see him do something dope. I feel like. All right, to move on from there, how did y'all feel about Clooney?
That was lit.
That was lit.
That was lit.
I thought I would hate that, but I actually liked it.
I like the way they used him.
I could appreciate what it did for the movie, simply just adding a whole nother Batman in general. But I hate that it was Clooney.
Why?
Because we don't talk about Clooney when we talk
I
about
like
Batman.
Clooney. Clooney's iconic.
I told you, I think he was a good ass older Bruce Wayne. He nailed that part of it, but his Batman just sucks so much it overshadows anything else that he ever did. in that
Granted,
movie.
I'm not even gonna like put all the blame on him because you can't blame him for his script and costume designs. You feel me? Like the lines is cheesy. He didn't write that script. He didn't design his costume. You feel me? So I can agree with you with him being a good Bruce Wayne because he did have the demeanor down packed.
And what I just found out too, not to cut you up, I just found out that he didn't sign on to be Batman. What happened was he had signed a deal with WB for a movie, and they had everything else, and they were like, "Yo, we need a Batman." And they were like, "Wait, don't George Clooney owe us a movie?"
I mean,
Like,
you can't
they
blame
can be
him.
Batman.
Dude's a
They
big
can be
enough
Batman.
name. you feel me?
They had a horrible script already. They had a horrible director already. They had a horrible direction already.
All they had was an all-star cast.
That's all they had, you know. And I ain't gonna lie, the All-Star cast kind of makes that movie because
Yeah, I know.
I think Bane
Jim
was cool.
Carrey.
Oh no, not Jim Carrey. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Uma
Jim
Thurman.
Carrey.
No,
Uma
Jim Carrey's not in that
Thurman.
movie.
Uma Thurman
Jim Carrey is
carried.
in Batman Forever.
Uma Thurman
this is Batman and
carried.
Robin.
Uma Thurman's Poison Ivy was the best part of that movie.
Yeah,
if
and
you
then
ask me.
I actually like Arnold as the iteration of Freeze he did. As cheesy and corny.
I like
he
the
is,
look. I like the
it's
look.
like,
The look
you know,
they
his-
went on. But
his lines and his voice just come across as comedy, bro. Like
no,
you
that's
just
what
feel
it
like-
was for me. His lines was too cheesy. Like if that movie was cheesy, at least 65% of the cheesiness was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like with his lines alone, Adam and evil. Like come on, bro. Like
Yeah,
and then not to like they made Bane a retard.
No, they did.
That they
You know you can't say that word nowadays.
They made Bane slow. They made
Yeah.
Bane mentally.
Yeah.
Like
But he looked the fucking part.
He did.
He came straight
did.
out of a comic book.
And they
bro.
had the button, like the.
Yeah.
But come on.
I want to mention something. I want to shout out to my cousin Sam out in Buffalo. He mentioned something that he didn't like. He was like, "Yo, bro, I don't like the fact that they explained how Bruce explained to him, Ben Affleck's Batman explained to him how you can mess up everything. He witnesses himself mess up everything, and then when he goes back and fix it, he doesn't even fix it. He moves it to the top shelf, the tomato can. You don't have the knowledge that you're still gonna mess something up. He like, I didn't like how they set that up in the beginning and to only still mess it up.
But him still messing up explains Clooney.
No, of course that. But he's just saying like you wrote a plot hole in it purposely. Why?
I feel like that was like what James Gunn was getting at. Like this is what we're gonna use this movie to change things slightly, and that was their way. Like,
And I thought they was gonna at the ending because they kept saying it was a secret ending. They're not showing it in the early screenings, like for the people, like not to the public, so people that would have early access. And it was like I thought the secret ending was gonna be because this was kind of in plot leaks and everything that they was gonna do the whole thing they did at the end of Dark Apocalypse Justice League. Like remember when Constantine came up to him, he was like, "Bro, you know what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, the
you gotta
Flash run back.
you gotta reset everything." And I thought that would be the new DCU. And we were like, "Oh, I thought that would have been a great way to end this universe and start the new one." But instead, they didn't do that. They did the whole now leaving potential for a sequel if it does good enough. They said, which it sounds like it's not going to do.
They should have just used that ending of
In the
him
post-credit scene, they could have do that in the post-credit scene. And that's the last topic I want to touch on here. The post-credit scene, horrible post-credit scene. I mean, it's okay if you like cameos and you be like, "Oh, Jason Momoa was in here, Aquaman," but that was such an irrelevant.
Oh,
scene.
when they were drunk. And
Yeah, he fell in the puddle. It was such a irrelevant scene. It was like, y'all just wanted to get Jason Momoa's Aquaman in this,
Yeah.
especially because him and Flash had what they showed up in the in Peacemaker and stuff. So like they was the two available most characters.
Oh, I forgot they came at the end of Peacemaker. It
Yeah.
was dead as dumb. Like they showed a silhouette of everybody else, but them two
Right,
had
right.
lines.
But I didn't like the post credits scene.
I didn't like
They
it.
didn't
I
do
thought it
nothing
was
for me.
definitely horrible. It was
The George Clooney one.
bad scene. That was a post credit scene. To me.
Nah,
That was
nah,
like,
it
oh
is.
shit. This
That's
is
the
good.
post credit
I
scene.
mean, honestly, it got me a little bit more excited than I thought it was gonna be. I don't think we ever spoke about. Did anyone bring up Wonder Woman before we leave this?
Yeah, no, we didn't. But that's what I was gonna ask. If she's getting canceled, right? Because if I'm not mistaken,
She's not coming back. They said.
If she's in that movie, she's not coming back.
why do they keep using her? Because they put her. They put her
Because I
Shazam
think-
also.
I think they wanted to get everybody as many cameos out the way so the DCEU could feel more fulfilled before they let it go. I think that's
Okay.
why they did Jason Momoa also. Because I heard his new movie is going to be part of the DCU.
Nah, it's not.
No, but I read that somewhere. I'm not just like, I hope not.
I hope not. I don't want to see. I hope they cancel it.
Speaking of Jay, my son played Joker in Fast 10.
Oh, that's what you said.
Might as well be.
It
It might as well be. We might as well have been the Joker, bro. My
I
son
just
was
can't with
wearing
him, man.
purple.
I'm so off the ship of Jason Momoa. I have a distaste for anything he does now. It kind of throws me off. I've been avoiding Fast 10 because of that. All right, so let's end this off with rating the movie from 1 through 10.
6.
Now that some time got to pass,
I need to pee.
I got to see it again. What we got in it right now?
Okay.
Literally right now. I think that movie is a. You say 6?
6.
6? No, 6.5, not 7.
5.5, 6.
All right. More of an understanding of what you mean.
Yeah.
I gave it a 9.5, 10 when I first seen it. I'm gonna bring that down to just a 9 flat. I think it's probably one of the better DCEU movies, like top 3.
I agree.
Yeah.
But so that's why I give it that. Just giving it for that, and just for a movie. I had a great time watching it, and I plan on seeing it again. And it was good. It was actually great. Let me say that for what I expected it to be. They definitely did that. Aside from-
Multiverse of Madness was better, I feel like.
I think so too. It's just more grounded, and you feel like, oh, this is serious. But yeah, you the DC guy. So.
Right.
Yeah, you the DC guy.
So I gotta give it like a double rating.
No, the fans want to know what you think, like genuinely. Fuck
My-
the
my-
language, but what you dead ass think.
Well, first of all, my fully biased opinion, DB being DC, Batman, that shit was 11 out of a 10.
Oh, God.
See, as soon as I seen Michael Keaton, like it was over.
They
Like
did enough for you with that.
did enough. Like, and not
They
only
didn't
did
disappoint with him.
yeah, not only did we get to see him as Batman, we got to see him get it popping. Like you feel me? Like he was.
Wait,
in
we
the
didn't
paint.
get to say how you felt about him, him being Batman. So I guess you can just give it off. I thought he was.
I think he was a solid 10.
Yeah, I think he did what you expected.
He should get his own movie.
Yeah.
Epic, bro.
He should
Epic.
get his
Like that
own
shit was
movie.
epic.
Yeah.
Like so, my biased opinion, yes, 11 out of 10. But my unbiased opinion, I honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe it was at least like an 8.5. You feel me? Like overall,
I see what you did there, and I get what you mean there, and that's solid. I think that's very solid for you saying that.
feel me? Like it had its flaws. You feel me? Like you said, like the CGI was definitely a thing. Even though for me personally, it didn't bother me. It could have been a little bit more serious for me, like at certain times. Like you feel me? Like, but overall, I really enjoyed it. Like I think it was a great movie. Like OD.
All right, good. That's good. So y'all heard it here. Hopefully, we didn't leave nothing out that y'all was hoping that we touch on. Let us know in the comment section what you personally thought of the Flash movie. Let us know what you thought of this spoiler review. We are Dissemblers. I am Sluggy.
I'll be right back. I need to pee.
And your name is?
Jake.
He needs to use the bathroom. And this is...
That.
And until next time, assemble time!
It's about that time. Assemble and talk. No cap. It's a civil war. You thinking you worthy. You feeling like door. Smash that like button like Hawk, yeah.